Good morning, students. As you know, we have started with the chapter rational numbers and we are doing exercise 2C. We'll be continuing today with exercise 2C, but before I start with the word problems of it, I'll just have a fast recapitulation of integers, what you did in class 6, so that I can relate it to rational numbers. Okay, so I'll just start with a simple question. If I ask you 5 plus what gives me 0? Okay, 5 plus what gives me 0? I know many one of you know the answer. 5 plus minus 5 is going to give me 0. If I open the bracket, plus minus is minus. So 5 minus 5 is 0. Okay. Now I'll just swap the number and ask you minus 5 plus what is 0. Okay. So obviously it is minus 5 plus 5 equals to 0. Minus plus minus. So you get LHS equal to RHS. So if you see the pattern over here, when I asked for a positive number, when it is added to negative number of itself, that is negative of itself, you get the result as 0. Okay. In the same way here, when the negative number was there, the result was positive. So what are this? This is nothing but the additive inverse. What is this? This is additive inverse of integers. And the same thing we are going to see about the additive inverse of rational numbers. You need to just remember any number which is when added to negative of itself always gives a result 0. And that number is nothing but the additive inverse. So what is additive inverse of a rational number? It is another rational number which when added to the given number, the sum becomes 0. Okay. So here I have taken a rational number 11 upon 8, which when added to minus 11 upon 8 gives you 0. So here minus 11 upon 8 is the additive inverse of 11 upon 8. So what will be the additive inverse of minus 4 upon 7? It will be plus 4 upon 7. Negative, positive. And if positive, the additive inverse is negative. Let's begin with exercise 2C, question number 8. Question number 8, the question which is given is, I'll read the question for you. The sum of two rational numbers is minus 7 upon 12. If one of them is 13 upon 24, find the other. Okay. You need to follow a proper pattern when you are writing a word problem. First the given, then to find and solution. So what is given here is the sum of two rational numbers is minus 7 upon 12. The sum is minus 7 upon 12. And out of that one number is 13 upon 24. In to find what you will write, you need to find the other number. So what do? We'll apply algebraic method over here. I assume my unknown number as x. Okay, the unknown number as x. Then follow the algebraic expression. Okay, you need to be very careful when you are forming the algebraic expression. Okay, because the sum of two rational numbers is minus 7 upon 12. So minus 7 upon 12 is the result. Okay, and one of the number is 13 upon 24. So 13 upon 24 plus x equals to minus 7 upon 12. Now follow the rules of transposition. Here it is an addition, so it will go to the other side of equation and become subtraction. The variable remains there itself. Okay, so plus 13 upon 24 will go to the other side and become minus 13 upon 24. Now when we see this 12 and 24, these are two different numbers. So you need to make them same. And how do we make it same? By taking the LCM. Okay, we take the LCM of 12 and 24. So LCM of 12 and 24 is 24. So 12 has to be multiplied by 2 and 24 has to be multiplied by 1 in order to make it 24. Okay, so here you get the answer as minus 14 upon 24 and minus 13 upon 24. Okay, now the denominators are same. So denominators are same. So we just need to subtract the numerators. Now minus 14 minus 13 upon 24. Minus is plus. So for minus 14 and minus 13 becomes 27. As 14 is greater, the sign remains as minus. So the result is minus 27 upon 24. Now this rational number is not in lowest term. You should always express a rational number in lowest term. So if I observe it, both of them are common multiples of 3. So we divide it by 3. So you get the answer as minus 9 upon 8. So our required rational number is minus 9 upon 8. Let's move to the next question, question number 10. Question number 10, I'll read out the question. What should be subtracted, what should be added to minus 3 upon 16 to get 11 upon 24? Okay. That is, sum of numbers is given to you as 11 upon 24, and out of that one number is minus 3 upon 16. Okay. We follow the same pattern, given, to find, and then the solution. Okay. So here again we assume the number as x. You can assume anything from a to z. Okay. Here I have assumed as x. So it is told that the sum of the numbers is 11 upon 24. So 11 upon 24 has to be towards the RHS. And minus 3 upon 16 plus the unknown number, that is x. Again, the laws of transposition, addition will go to the other side and become subtraction. Here actually I have written this in different colors so that you understand this. That the operation changes, not the sign. Actually here it is in addition, so it will go that side and become subtraction with the minus 3 upon 16 sign as it is. And when we open the bracket, minus minus will become plus. So it is 11 upon 24 plus 3 upon 16. Okay. Now again we are left with two denominators which are different. So very firstly you need to make the denominator same by taking the LCM. 24 and 16, the LCM is 48. Okay. Now so 24 has to be multiplied by 2 and 16 has to be multiplied by 3 in order to make the denominators 48. Okay, so when you calculate, it comes as 31 upon 48. The denominators are same, so just add the numerators. 22 plus 9, that is 31. So your required number is 31 upon 48. Next question, question number 12. What should be subtracted from minus 4 upon 5 to get 1? Okay, what should be subtracted from minus 4 upon 5 to get 1? That is, the difference of the numbers is 1, and out of that the one number is minus 4 upon 5. Now when it is addition, anyhow you add, the result does not make a difference. But when you are subtracting the numbers, the sequence in which we do so, it matters a lot. So you need to read the question carefully. What has to be subtracted from minus 4 upon 5? So your minus 4 upon 5 minus the unknown number is equal to 1. Okay, everyone got it? What has to be subtracted from minus 4 upon 5? So as our unknown number is x, so minus 4 upon 5 minus x equals to 1. Now again the same laws of transposition, minus 4 upon 5 will be going to the other side. I explained you in the previous step how it became plus here. Okay, so 1 upon 1 plus 4 upon 5. Okay, it becomes 4 plus 4 upon 5. Now if you see here, this minus x, I have kept it as it is. The minus x is as it is, and here 1 is having the denominator as 1. Why did I take it at denominator as 1? Because we need to take the LCM. So LCM of 1 and 5 is 5. Okay, so 1 has to be multiplied by 5 and 5 has to be multiplied by 1 in order to make the denominator as 5. So you are left with 5 upon 5 plus 4 upon 5. This side, don't forget to carry the minus sign. Okay. Next one, now as the denominators are same, so we just add the numerators. 5 plus 4, that is 9 upon 5. Now you can't stop here. It is minus x equals to 9 upon 5. Your variable has to be positive. Okay. So what do? We need to transfer that minus 1 side, minus 1 that side. Many one of you have a tendency of just writing the minus sign shifting here. Minus x as, that is minus x, you write it as x here and equal to minus 9 upon 5. But you must know the fact how it gets transferred to the other side. So can I write minus x as minus 1 into x? Okay, so minus 1 into x equals to 9 upon 5. So as this is in multiplication, it will go to the other side and become division. Okay, so minus 1 goes to the other side and becomes division. And minus 1 as it is. If you see here, I have just taken minus 1 as it is. As I told you, the operation changes, not the sign. Okay, so multiplication is becoming division and minus 1 upon 1. Okay, you remember we told you about KCF, keep, change, flip. The first number is as it is. Multiplication changes to, division changes to multiplication, and this minus 1 upon 1 becomes 1 upon minus 1. Okay, now just multiply. 9 into 1 is 9. 5 into minus 1 is minus 5. As a rational number always has to be expressed in the standard form, your denominator should be positive. So we shift the sign to the numerator, which is nothing but minus 9 upon 5. So the required number is minus 9 upon 5. Next, question number 15. What should be subtracted from 5 upon 9 to get 9 upon 5? As I told you, subtraction questions, always read the questions carefully. What should be subtracted from 5 upon 9 to get 9 upon 5? That is, 9 upon 5 is the difference between the two numbers and our assumed number is x. Okay, what should be subtracted from 5 upon 9? So 5 upon 9 minus x equals to 9 upon 5. Now again the same thing, it is moving towards the other side. So this minus x as it is, 9 upon 5, this is going to the other side and becoming minus 5 upon 9. This is plus 5 upon 9, so it will go to the other side and become minus 5 upon 9. Now the denominators are different. Again you need to take the LCM. So LCM of 5 and 9 is 45. Both of them are giving you the LCM as 45. So 5 has to be multiplied by 9 and 9 has to be multiplied by 5. So you get the LCM as 45. Now minus x is equals to, so when you multiply them, you get the result as 81 upon 45 minus 25 upon 45. Now the denominators are same. We just write it once and we subtract the numerators. 81 minus 25, 56. So again we are left with minus x equals to 56 upon 45. I told you one method in the previous example. The second example, a second method in which we can make the variable positive. Okay, as this is minus x, how can minus x become plus? Is by multiplying it by minus 1. Okay, minus x, how can I make it positive? By multiplying it by minus 1. As I am multiplying one side with minus 1, you need to multiply the other side also with minus 1. You have studied in your chemistry balancing the equation. Okay, you need to balance it. If I am multiplying here with minus 1, here also I need to multiply by minus 1. Minus x is as it is and I want to turn it to positive, so I multiply it by minus 1. So minus minus, it becomes plus x. And here minus 1 into 56 becomes minus 56 upon 45. So your required number is minus 56 upon 45.